Welcome back, and of course, we are on the topic of the world of technology with Steve Fung. Steve, top of the morning to you.
Good morning.
Olympics is up. It's around the corner. Have you been watching what's been happening?
A little bit.
A little bit.
See, BBC launched a nice Olympics app, which is really handy. When the actual Olympics start, you'll be able to get live coverage on the events in the app. But up until then, they give you a lot of information, especially based on where you are. So obviously, I'm in Barbados. So when I launch the app, it shows me Barbados, and it gives me news related to Olympic Barbados stuff. I guess that's the simplest way to put it. So it's a very cool app. It's available for Android and iPhone. You can definitely check the marketplace and the App Store and get it downloaded for free.
One of the things that I've noticed about the promotion for the Olympics is real cool ads. I mean, they're compelling. Yeah. Make you feel like you're sitting there, you know, at the
blazing the track.
Yeah, and now this fairly new ad. It's done in 3D. The graphics are quite amazing. I guess quite a bit of. I'm doing some 3D myself. The tech and time that went into it has to be quite a bit. The video is very beautiful. It's one everyone should check out. It's the new BBC Olympic video.
Mm-hmm. Do we have that?
We should, yeah.
Let's take a look. Oh, there's no sound on it. Oh.
Yeah, they seem to be running from the top too. But it's a very beautiful video. The graphics and everything is great.
So, what we're actually gearing towards with 3D videos like this for the actual Olympic season is what exactly is the feel that we're trying to get for our particular technology, you know, buffs.
Well, I don't really know what caught this at. It's just a really cool video. The graphics and stuff, it was all over the news and it went viral because of how good the video was. In terms of the tech guys, I don't really see much in terms along the lines of Olympics that we'd be looking forward to. I mean, they were hoping to get esports into the Olympics, but that still has not happened.
Esports?
Electronic sports. That still has not occurred, so there's nothing really going on there for us tech guys, but we watch it as everyone else. Sports is fun.
Yeah, but you have Hawkeye for the first time in the Olympics this year.
Yeah, well, Hawkeye definitely is, whoa.
That's an incredible thing.
Yeah, the technology is very present. That's something we should know because Hawkeye started in cricket. That allowed us to get all those those stats and you know, be able to know how fast the ball's being thrown. To show you those overlays, you could see if it was an LBW, etc. But their system is very interesting. They use a large number of cameras, between 5 to 16 cameras, and what they do is they surround the field of play and they can track. The cameras run at a very high, record at a very high rate, so they can track all these actions within a tenth of a second. So they will know if an athlete crossed the finish line first or if a goal was actually scored. They use it for tennis. You could actually see.
It's very, very popular in tennis. I know they use it at Wimbledon, and you could tell when the calls were out in an instant when there was a challenge.
So it's a very unique and interesting technology, and the first time at the Olympics. So it basically adds a lot of accuracy to the sports, and it drives the a lot of the competition more, because then now you have to be on point and there's no accidental calls. Disputes will be a lot less because now you have the technology involved. And there's quite a bit of technology just to pull this off.
But is there any downside to this technology because they use cameras and they use sensors and all those things are set up and controlled by, you know, man?
True, but you know, FIFA originally had issues with using such tech because to them it kind of killed the game. They thought the part of the referee and that call was a natural process. But as you know, people get more competitive, and when stuff is really, really close, people get, you know, agitated if the results are not verified by electronics. But there's still a man behind it. Someone has to operate it, but the machines increase the accuracy.
The Olympics app that's being applied now is just one of those apps. How many other sporting apps have we possibly taken for granted?
Well, when the football leagues are going on, and you know, we got Chelsea playing, or you have any of the World Cup or anything, you got my team Italy running about. I gotta have my app to push my scores to my phone, you know, on time. So I know as soon as a goal is scored, pop up. You get the score. Wimbledon had an app as well too. So usually when you follow any major sporting events, they have taken note of the technology and they will provide the applications so you can sports enthusiasts can really be up to the minute or up to the second with what's really going on. So anytime you know a major sport event you follow coming out, just check the App Store, search for and see if there's an app. And if there's not an official app, there's usually sporting sites that provide apps for their sites that would serve the same functionality.
You know, it's amazing. And this technology is many years old, because I was in England maybe about 5 or 6 years and watching football. And at my friend's home, the TV was interactive. He could isolate a player and zoom in and take the game at a wider angle, lower angle, all those kinds of things on his home TV. That's incredible technology, and yet we don't see that in North America.
Well, it's all about the coverage. Such stuff can be pulled off with certain DVRs and certain smart TVs, but I have not been in North America much, so I don't know what they have there. But definitely for the NFL games, you see that level of tech there. They have some amazing stats. Even I don't think Hawkeye is involved in that, but they can track just about every player in the field, how far they're going. It's like watching a video game. That's why I tend to watch NFL.
What are the implications, though, of because you mentioned the app being able to keep score or keep up with what's happening.
Yeah.
What are the implications for it, or should I start with the fact that is it possible that you can actually watch it live from your phone?
Yeah, quite a few apps allow you to watch games live if it's from the official, like say for example, if ESPN or BBC decide they want you to be able to stream live, the old BBC is doing the Olympics app, you can watch the different events live.
Isn't that going to have an effect for subscribers though? Because all I've got to do is to use my USB cable, plug in my phone, and if I've got a television that's up to the times, I've got me widescreen TV.
I don't think it would be a problem for subscribers. It might be a problem for the person selling subscriptions.
Well, that's really what I meant. That's exactly what I meant.
But essentially, people need to be able to access what they want when they want, and that's what technology offers it to us. The concept of television, cable, and subscribing for these things is to offer that same level of convenience. I want to watch it, so I can watch it now. It would slightly affect it, maybe, maybe not, because not all the time you may want to burn your phone battery watching something. You may want to make calls, you may want to text if you play games on your phone. You may want to do other things with your phone while watching TV. Having your phone sitting over there plugged in the TV means it can only do that. So you won't be able to do anything else with it. So it may not be quite the case. Someone with a tablet, though, may
that's what I'm thinking.
Prop it up and go do that. But that's just more convenience for us, the users, and you know me, all body people, oldie people.
Yeah, we started by talking about apps, and it is tough keeping up with the new apps released, you know, every week. Brewster's a Bajan name. What's that all about?
Well, Brewster came up. It didn't really catch my eye because I have a 1X and I have HTC has a beautiful contact system. But from what I gathered, it's fairly new. This allows you to better organize and manage your contacts across various platforms, and supposed to make it a lot easier. But it's all based on the phone you have. I know there's some phones that are very terrible at doing that, especially if you got a Sony phone. I could relate. I would definitely get this out if I had one of the Xperia phones. But when you got phones like the Galaxy S line, they have decent contact systems. Also the HTC line of phones with Sense UI, you get a decent comprehensive system. So apps are usually meant to fill gaps. Sometimes your phone may not be able to do something. Like Apple has Siri, and for people that like that type of stuff that don't have it, they can download Alice or Robin on the Android market, and that basically fills that role. So I guess if you're not pleased with your contact system, or you want a more robust system or additional features, you could check out the Brewster's app. But for me,
for us news buffs, there's a new newsreader you were telling me about.
Yeah, the Flipboard, man. It finally came out. It's been in beta for a while, but they pushed it in the market a week or so ago. It's very, very good. Even if you're not a tech person and you don't check your tech news, you could check your any type of news. It could be medical, fashion, world news, politics. You can even stick your Facebook feed in there, your Twitter feed, and just have it all in one nice, neat little place to read it. I know, nice flippy magazine style.
You know, I always question some of the accuracy, some of these things, you know, because, you know, I was hearing over the weekend that Eddie Murphy died, and then, of course, it wasn't true.
He's died so many times.
Yeah, I mean, how much credence can we put in some of these different sites?
Well, with Flipboard, at least on currents as well, you can choose your source. So you could choose to follow the Wall Street Journal, you could choose to follow Reuters. You can actually select your source. The information isn't forced upon you. You can select a credible source and get your information from there, or you could just add a lot of these fun fact websites like TMZ and all these other crazy things. But it's up to what you want to read. So you actually have control over what you read. It isn't just tossed at you.
Okay, fair enough. What else is new in technology this week?
Well, I also want to talk about, I say I can pronounce his last name right, Oscar Pistorius. Anyway, he's the first double amputee in the Olympics, and the prosthesis he's using, the artificial legs, are some really nice technology, man. You could take a guy with his legs were amputated when he was very young, so he went through his entire life, using these prosthetic legs. But basically, for him, he got recognized young using them in sports and football and stuff like that. So people actually took recognition of him, and they recently changed the rules to allow them to actually participate in the Olympic Games.
Yeah, there was a court case in that regard, and he lost, but it was overturned, and he is going to compete.
Yeah, they brought a team from Germany that looked at the equipment. They basically had said that there was an advantage, but what they failed to mention was at the beginning and the end of the race, he actually suffers a disadvantage. So it actually balances out between us naturally running and him running with those legs. He actually has to run shorter steps. He can't do large strides, so he actually has to put a lot of effort into it. And these springs initially, they don't change in stiffness, not the springs, but the actual blades. So when he starts, it's actually harder for him to grab traction starting on the race. So it balances out in terms of difficulty or advantage. So they actually allow him and other athletes in the Olympics now.
That's interesting technology, and
amazing.
It gives a lot of hope to the people who would otherwise feel daunted about their lives and their existence.
Yeah, because he is fast.
Yeah, he is very quick. I've seen some footage of him running, and let me tell you, because they had him racing against a cheetah or something. There was some promotional piece.
Yeah, because the equipment is actually from a company called Cheetah. So I guess that was an ad for the gear that he's using. The company is called Cheetah.
All right, Stephen, we're going to take a break and come back with more from the world of technology on Morning Barbados. Please stay with us.
21 minutes after 6 o'clock. Well, the Olympics is here, and as the officials of the Barbados Olympic prepare to leave Barbados to join our contingent of Olympic athletes, we continue our spotlight on the organization, which will celebrate 50 years later this year. Our producer met and talked